When the beat drops, you already know it's time for the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. 18 minutes past 8 a.m. It's a Thursday morning, people. You know, every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:15. This is what we get up to, the Grapevine, where we talk about everything that has to do with entertainment, all the tea, all the gossip, and everything in between. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again. My name is Ayokunmi. It's a pleasure to have you join us this morning. It always is a fun time on the radio. Believe me when I say that. So it's going to be an interesting one. Do join us on WhatsApp. Join us on YouTube as well. The WhatsApp number is 0911 999 0981. 999 0981. YouTube, we're streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right, joining me this morning, it's going to be a very interesting show because not only do I have two of my main men joining me on the show, we have a special guest as well to talk about his new music. Well, first of all, we have the one and only James Silas. James, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everybody. I almost interrupted your introduction when I saw this guy's this hat that looks like a bicycle seat. I was just sort of interrupted, but it was really funny how it came in first with the hat and then the body showed. Hey, Oris, what it do?
Hey, can you continue? Just ignore all of those. You know, people say, "Oh, let's ignore all of that. And yes, please do the introduction.
Well, he has more or less introduced
No,
you.
please do.
Joining me,
Oh, where do
jo-
Pataki?
joining me as well in the studio in his traditional hat, and of course, this shirt I'm eyeing with my side eye at the same time. The one and only Oris. Oris, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. James, you are fired as always. Uh, Ayo, good morning to you. And good morning, good evening, good night to all of our listeners, wherever they might be.
All right, fantastic. And like I said, we have a special guest joining us this morning to talk about music this morning. And it's going to be, well, let me just put it this way. You know, they say music is the mirror of the society, but some mirrors are clearer than others. And today we're joined by an artist who isn't just chasing a hook, he's chasing the actual truth when it comes to the thoughts of his heart. Now, fresh of the success of Kanchat, he's back with a brand new record that tackles the highs and the heavy lows of the fast life. It's called La Vida Loca, and it features the iconic Jeremiah Gyan. For those who know Nigerian music, you know that name, Jeremiah Gyan. Please welcome the man who's blending the streets of the North with the soul of the continent. Peace, brother. Good morning to you. How are you doing? You're muted, by the way. Aha,
Good morning,
fantastic.
team. Good morning, Lagos. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
It's a pleasure for having you in on the grapevine with us this morning to talk about La Vida Loca, which is a very very interesting title. I saw the title and I thought, "Living La Vida Loca" is what came to my mind automatically. That's a title that usually conjures images of parties, glamour, enjoyment, and that. But your track actually it flips that script to show the consequences, which many people don't seem to consider. Why did you feel now was the time to, pull the curtain back on that image of the fast life? What led to this?
Okay, first of all, I want to give God the glory for being with me among the living to see a great day like this. And me being the part of the show this morning is really amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful. Yeah, La Vida Loca actually comes from the life I see around me. The era and generation have changed.
Mm,
And the way I see the youngins be holding on to the fast life, it just got me wondering if this is what the previous generation did. Are we actually going to have a life now to see things as normal? So I use the title La Vida Loca to encapsulate, the happenings around me and all of that. So the the jam is actually a true life story, right? Of what
okay.
I see happening around me. That's that.
Huh. Interesting take. Oris, since you're in the studio right here with me, let me just drag you into this conversation ASAP.
What is the question exactly? Of course, I think you're right. Anybody who is the victimizing song,
Ah,
you
yeah.
have a particular word image in your head when you hear the title. So yeah, I was listening to this and I was thinking to myself that okay, it doesn't seem to be particularly an endorsement of groove, but this is the title. Was it intentional to like produce that? I guess a sort of like ironic interpretation to the title, Peace Brother.
Did you hear the question, Peace Brother?
No, I didn't get that.
No, I was saying, is it intentional to like title your song after something, but it is particularly speaking about the opposite of it? Was it intentional?
Yes, it's intentional to. The thing is, La Vida Loca, the crazy lifestyle, it
Yeah.
encapsulates the whole idea of the music. That's the concept.
Okay, so it looks to me like you're scamming us. You hear the title and you are like, okay, maybe it's going to be like a groovy kind of jam, but it's actually more thoughtful
Mm,
than it is,
just pulls you in.
danceable. Well, it is a little danceable, but it's more thoughtful music than dancing music. So I was like, okay, there is a lot of there's a dissonance between the title and what you are trying to achieve with it.
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
But I do have a question concerning your name. Why Peace Brother? And what is your real name, by the way? I mean, while we're at it.
Okay, my name is David Stanley, right? So when I kickstart doing music, that was around 2005, thereabout. That
Wow.
was when I dropped my official demo. I go by the name uh I go by the name Ice Block, right?
What?
And
That's cold. Cold.
yeah, that's the idea. I was actually a cool guy then and all of that. I was doing, hardcore rap, and
Okay.
others call me Rough Rider. Lo and behold, one woman met me one time to say, I heard people calling you Rough Rider. I have people calling you, Ice Block, but you are just a peaceful person. Why don't you just be a peaceful brother and let's have peace around the neighborhood and all of that? And it was just like a joke. She just called me Peace. Then couple of other ladies heard her calling me Peace. Then they just call me Peace too. So one day I just sit back because I needed to switch my name. Ice Prince came, other names, Ice just came. I'd be like, okay, I needed something unique. So I just decided to just, go with the flow and stick with the Peace Brother. And it's just like a joke that, I my stage name just comes to stay. And I adopt the Peace Brother to just be my stage name.
Okay, that's interesting. What neighborhood was this? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Kaduna State,
Okay.
but I shuffle a lot, Kaduna and Jos.
Okay, that explains the Jeremiah Gang
Mm,
connection, I believe.
mm.
Okay.
How
How
Yes,
did
did you
boss.
get him? How did you get him on this particular song? Yeah, it's been out of circulation for a bit. Yeah, I think he's not been quite as active as he was, say, I don't know, 10 years ago or so.
yeah.
How did you get Jeremiah Gang on the song? What was that process like?
Okay, me and Jeremiah again, we've gone as far as 2012. Actually, I
Okay.
met Jeremiah again on his comment section. He said he's actually less busy, and he said, okay, anyone should just drop a link that is going to just listen to random songs. So I'd be like, okay, let me just give it a shot. Maybe it's going to be my time to actually meet the legend. So I dropped one of my, it's actually a cover
Okay.
of the game's cover. It's a gospel song. I dropped it. A day later, he commented on it and he slid into my DM to ask for my number. And that's it. I connected with him whenever I'm in Jos. I would just link up with him and all of that. We would talk about music and all of that. So it actually gets to a time because we are that close at that time. Before now, I'd be like, okay, I listened to Mode Nine's uh, "Open Your Eyes." There is this song he did with Jeremiah again. It's a poetry and of course a storyline song like this. So it just give me the concept. I say, okay, let me just give it a shot because Mode Nine has been so much of an inspiration to me. So I discussed it with Jeremiah Gang. Lo and behold, we've been able to achieve it.
Okay, and that's an excellent story, actually. Congratulations.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know that James has a couple of thoughts to share about this particular track and this collaboration as well. James.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful song. I think one of the earlier conversations we had about the song was that it reminded me of like a storytelling, sort of breakdown of activities like Mode 9's Cry, and then I know I had this conversation with him off air, and but it would be nice for him to also reiterate, sort of uh, take us through the journey again of this particular song and in connection to how, because he just mentioned a different song that had Jeremiah Gang. And like Oris rightly said, Jeremiah was, and it wasn't like Jeremiah was off the scene, but yeah, you can say the mainstream. But you see, Jeremiah has been putting
Yeah.
out records on his Facebook. There's a backstory to that, but let's leave
Okay.
that backstory. Yeah, so but Jeremiah has been there. He's been putting out stuff, just that it has not really been on the mainstream. But I think it was an interesting outcome when listening to the song eventually the full production of this particular record. I thought that, oh, this was a brilliant song. And interestingly, this song was also sent to Mona, and Mona really said, oh man, this guy can rap. I love the song. So I mean, basically, Peace Brother, tell us about, just briefly tell us about plans for the future. I think that's where I'll take it from. Plans for the future. What should we expect from Peace Brother in the future?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. 2026, I just, since January, I be like, I needed to just put my face out there. I needed to just, go grip what's mine. I this year I just be like, I needed to put something more of, Peace Brother music out there. So I would say we all should expect class coming from my music. We all should expect, good music. We all should expect music that is going to edify the soul. Talking about gospel music now, we should, expect more of storyline songs like this, because I have loads of songs that I just needed to just express to the world
Right.
to know what's actually happening in my surrounding and community.
All right, that is really interesting to hear, Peace Brother. For everyone who hasn't heard of Peace Brother before, for those who have been following Peace Brother for such a long time and would want to tap into the consciousness of La Vida Loca, I mean, where can they actually listen to La Vida Loca? Where can they tap in? Where can they enjoy? What platforms do they need to go into to get the best of the best of the best of La Vida Loca?
Thank you very much. Okay, La Vida Loca is available worldwide. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, Audiomack, and all the streaming platforms worldwide. It's actually out for downloads too. You could just search and download the music and enjoy.
Absolutely awesome stuff, Peace Brother. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join us this morning on the Grapevine. We're looking forward to more great music from you. I don't think we have enough people out there who are doing conscious music that is speaking to something that is relevant that we need to pay attention to. So I will say well done on that, and looking forward to great things from you in the future as well.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for having me this morning. Thank you. I want to appreciate my manager, Master James Silas. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
sir, for this.
Sorry, Peace Brother. So, but to connect with you, as an artist, where can we find you on the internet?
Okay, my handle is Peace Brother Star, PeaceBrotha star, on X, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook. Peace Brother.
Okay, so
Yes,
Peace
sir.
Brother
Everywhere.
Star, STAR. That's on Twitter, right? Everywhere else is just Peace
Yeah.
Brother.
Yes, yes, boss.
Okay,
Peace
okay,
Brother Star.
okay, good, okay, great. Nice to know. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you so
let's
much.
take a brief pause here. When we come back into the Grapevine, we'll dive right into the nitty-gritty of the story. Some interesting things to talk about, and I'm glad that James and Oris are here so that they can break all the tables that need to be broken. My hands are in the air. We'll be back in a moment. Keep it tuned. Smooth 98.1.
Into some kind of carpenter. There's breaking tables. I come against
It's you now.
Yeah. break tables.
But this man said, this man, you're doing it low key.
He says, "Loki, this is the person. Me, I'm not breaking tables. So I have.
No.
If I ever broke tables, I have retired. if ever I did, if it was ever a thing I did, I have retired.
They start paying you.
Meanwhile, Peace Brother.
Yes, sir.
Is it there?
Is there going to be a video for this or another track? Are you like thinking about visuals?
Visuals wouldn't be a bad idea, but
Okay, but you're not thinking about it. I like how you said it like it would be a bad idea, but it's not a priority for you, is it? That's what it sounds like.
maybe I will just say the funding of the video, but really, it's not
you
a bad
have
idea.
King James Silas on your end. He's a master funder. He's a master funder.
Oris,
I can agree with
don't
that.
cause quarrel. Don't cause quarrel.
You're the one always saying drop your account number.
I'm just saying that yes, if you
No.
need help, you can speak to James Silas.
No, we'll look for
Thank you very much,
a creative way around it.
All right.
And if you can fund us, you can do GoFundMe, please.
All right, let's jump back in.
So, Peace Brother, is he going to be with us for this, or he should take what's the plan?
I mean, he can say
You
what
can
he
tell him,
said.
or you can. Yeah, I don't think he knows that.
Peace Brother, I mean, you can stick with us to the end of the show and just share one or two thoughts on the stories we're talking about, if that's okay by you or okay with you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so are you or not? What's the answer? Are you going to? Is this fine?
Yeah, he'll join us now.
Okay,
Sure,
all right.
I will.
All right, let's go. And we're back in the Grapevine on a Thursday morning on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. How's it going, Lagos? Nigeria, wherever it is you're listening to us right now, you know that we are global. You can get across to Smooth on WhatsApp, on the internet, on social media, every single place. All you need to do is to send a message into us on WhatsApp on 0911-999-0981. On YouTube, you can find us streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, Smooth 981 FM Lagos. We're on X at Smooth 981 FM or Twitter for the OGs. On Instagram, we're at Smooth 981. My name is Ayokunmi Kekiria. Joining me on the show this morning, Oris in the studio. Oris, how's it going?
Not bad at all.
All right, good to have you. James Silas as well on the call.
Yeah.
And of course, our special guest, Peace Brotha, is still with us. He'll be weighing in one or two thoughts on what we'll be talking about this morning. Where do we even begin? Cardi B, Tonto DK, Tems, Simi. Well, I think I actually want to start with this issue concerning Simi. Well, not Simi directly, but for those who've been following on social media, there's been some accusations, rape accusations that have gone around very recently, and there's been lots of back and forth over that. Well, Simi has condemned sexual assault, calling on men to take greater responsibility in confronting the problem. In a post on X, she drew attention to the prevalence of sexual assault, stating that a significant number of women have experienced abuse, and she criticized the culture of silence among men who overlook or excuse their friends' actions. Now, this came off James and Oris and Peace Brotha. I don't know if you saw the story on X recently about Mirabelle, who came out to talk about her being sexually assaulted. And as time went along, there seemed to be, from different perspectives, some inconsistencies in her story. Some people have said, oh, this story had better be true, because if it's not true, it's going to harm those who have truly been affected by this. They won't believe in the future. And so on. And Simi has been on this pedestal trying to pass that message across. Now, there was an incident where there was a young man who, Simi said that men who are guilty of rape, that they should be killed, they should be castrated or something like that. Mm-hmm. And there was an ex-user who then replied and said, and also a similar thing should be done to false rape accusers as well. And Simi wasn't having it and said, let us focus on the main issue here. And things just went down. But this is a very, very big issue, James, and it needs to be taken with the utmost seriousness on both fronts.
Absolutely. I mean, so sometimes, dealing about social media, if you it's almost as if you should not talk, because if you talk, these guys will just change it in ways that you would never expect. Now, I'm sure Simi was trying to just stand for the concept of rape, that anybody that's raised, and well, it's also interesting because we should also not forget that it's not only men that rape women. Women, I mean, there are cases where men have been raped as well, but that's not besides the point, right? But what we're saying right now, as far as this particular information or this particular story is concerned, it's about the lady who came out to say in her sleep or whatever. There was a story she told that she was raped, and then Simi, of course, feeling very, sad or angry about the story, decided to just say, okay, look, men should be castrated, this and that, and all of that. I'm sure that the law has a provision for rapists or sex offenders.
Of course.
But yeah, but what I really don't understand is why people now turned it on Simi. The truth is that this particular case has not been investigated, or no particular clear report has been issued by either the law, police, or whoever. Do you understand? But people are already saying that it was a false accusation. Guess what? You cannot false accuse the air or just nobody. Do you understand? The question is, did the incident actually happen? We don't know, right? And if it did, who? We don't even know. So it becomes very, very. So we cannot say, oh, somebody was falsely accused. We don't even know who was falsely accused. But of course, there are situations where, I mean, the likes of Neymar, some celebrities, even regular people that don't even have names, have been
Yeah.
accused wrongly. But I always say that I believe that the law is in that. I mean, we have the law to help either expose or address issues like that. It's quite complicated. I've seen one of those reports. I don't know if it's fake. I don't know where the story was, or what they wrote was that Simi had been raped before. I don't know if that is true. I just saw that report somewhere on even on X there. So maybe
Mm.
sometimes this person might be speaking from a place of personal experience, maybe not directly with herself. It might be somebody who she knows. But I know that it's also wrong to falsely accuse people of things that they did not do,
Most
whether
definitely.
directly or
Most
indirectly, yes.
definitely.
And then rape, nobody condones. I believe that the worst, any kind of punishment should be given to an actual convicted rapist. I believe so. Because sometimes it's not even, sometimes they are children, sometimes they are pedophiles, sometimes they are just irresponsible. And if we follow some of the cases that have followed, happened in the society and on social media as well, some people have been sentenced heavily, have been dealt with heavily by the law, that was also of public notice. So but I just feel like sometimes people should focus on issues and leave. If it was somebody else, let's say it was always that said they should castrate somebody, maybe he would not get that kind of attention. But because Simi just said some, everybody just went boom and forgot what the main problem, actually is or was. You
Right,
know.
right. I hear you on this one. Then, Oris, I mean, looking at how this has played out, do you feel that Simi being fiery about it was the way to go, or should she have been a bit more mellow? Because I've also seen posts and so on that have been dragging her husband, Adekunle Gold, dragging him and so on and so forth. So this, kind of like spilled in his own direction as well. Was this the best approach by Simi, looking at how sensitive this issue actually is?
Well, I don't know that we can be discussing um, an approach for something that's clearly criminal. I think that whatever she said, however gently, however fiery, however furious, she said it.
Mm.
It's entirely a prerogative. The issue deserves any amount of what's it called umbrage that you can possibly generate, any amount at all. So for me, I think Simi was right. I did see one or two of those comments talking about her husband. And I was like, look, this is just one of those things where people are trying to like join issues. But fact of the matter is she correct about the culture of silence among men sometimes when it comes to rape? I think she is, So bearing that in mind, I don't think she could have said or done anything differently. I think it's entirely fine for her to speak like this. I have no issue with it. The thing for me is we can address the issue of false rape accusations maybe another day.
Mm.
Maybe if we discover that this particular person, who by the way are still looking incredibly shaky as the day goes by, the person who actually brought up this issue, the Mirabel lady,
Yeah,
is looking like her case is really, really a shaky one. If it is indeed found that she was lying, then we can have that discussion about the incredibly devastating, what's the word now? Effects, yes, on young men or old men, whatever men who are accused of rape but actually did not do it.
Mm.
So but let's get there first. We are not there yet. So I think the most important thing now is the issue of rape, how prevalent it is. I mean, this starts about how I don't know, almost every woman has been assaulted sexually. It's a little tricky. Although to be fair, I do think that there are certain, I do think that there are certain, what's it called, gray lines. What's it called? When it comes to sexual assault, that's not rape. As you know, there are other kinds, where people have misinterpreted certain things. You misread this signal. I don't know. You go in for a kiss, it is not, and that might be sexual assault. That's it. I think that's a different story entirely. But when it's rape, I feel like, you know what, whatever anger you can generate is entirely fair. So I would say that Simi's approach is fine. It might not be ideal, but it is incredibly, incredibly fine. And the people who were talking against our own should really have just say, you know what, can we deal with this issue as it presents right now? If subsequently we find that, hey, the lady in question was lying, then we can now get into that declaration.
Right. I hear you on this. Peace Brotha. I mean, as we've mentioned now, issues like this, sexual assault, rape, these are serious issues that we have to deal with. They are realities that we have to deal with, not only in Nigeria, but around the world. I mean, as a conscious artist that you are, these are the issues that you love to speak to and you enjoy speaking to, that, use your platform to speak to as well. What are your thoughts generally on this?
Thank you very much. Well, like you've rightly said, rape, the issue of rape, the topics of rape is highly sensitive, right? And hence the reason why some people will not, want to speak up. In the case of Simi now, for example, and if sometimes it's really funny how you may want to stand for the truth and people will just, define it in another angle that does not suit your person and all of that. Hence the reason why many will not even want to talk about it, because they be thinking about it, scenarios like this, that people will drag them for saying this and that.
Yeah.
And the issue of rape is highly sensitive to the point, even when you are seeing the loopholes of it could be a lie, but to confront the situation, people may end up seeing you as, the villain and all of that. So, but on my part though, it's really sad. It's really sad that we're having this discussion in 2026. It's really crazy. So, and it's more like you giving me another song to sing about right now.
We look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to it.
You are welcome. Just make sure that's in the writing. Just credit my name there somewhere along the line, even if it's small letters. I don't mind. I'll take that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Because of time, we need to bring things to a close on the Grapevine this one. But before we wrap things up, I'll just take a few words from James, Oris, and Peace Brotha as we lock up on the show this morning. James.
Yeah, James Silas everywhere. X, Facebook, Instagram, and Snap. I'm pretty much everywhere. TikTok, I'm just everywhere. Pinterest, you find me on Pinterest. I'm everywhere. I'm even on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn hustling too. So people, yeah. So patronize my market. Just reach out to me. Holla, tell me you're from the Grapevine. I'll holla back. Peace.
All right, Oris.
It's Oris. Only on the internet. Exclusively on the internet, not in real life. Please. BATCHORIS on Twitter. I think that's the. Oh, there's also Facebook too, but ignore that. I think I've got my maximum. What's it called? Limit of friends on Facebook. So let's focus on Twitter. It's like I said, it's Chachoris, CATCHORIS. You can catch me online, but never on Twitter.
All right, Peace Brotha. A few words as we end the show this morning.
Okay, hit me on Peace Brotha star PEACEBROTHA on all social media handle. I want to sincerely appreciate the team for having me. I'm really grateful. I'm not taking this for granted. I'm looking forward to do this again. Thank you so much, bosses.
You're very welcome. Looking forward to having you. Let me just take a message here from Tayo. Very quickly, he says, like Oris is looking for a war brother. Don't worry, from today you've been Christian brother of war. Now no one will catch you. From ice block to brother of peace, brother Gang is in his full-time gospel. Now that this rap narrative is inconsistent and false, what will happen? Sorry, rape narrative is inconsistent and false. What will happen to the accuser?
No, but we haven't.
Well,
It hasn't been concluded
officially,
yet, as far as I
no.
know. So, Tayo, take it easy.
And he further says, Simi said we should focus on the main issue. I mean, is this outcome not a priority? We don't know the outcome yet. He then says she's recounting part of her story after receiving financial and non-financial support, which is a very iffy thing.
Yes,
yes. In this story,
the lady is just I don't know. Anyway, I guess like I said, we'll find out in the coming days whether it is indeed true.
And then he says the conversation should be inclusive, not only one-sided, and nobody should go after Adekunle Gold. You know what they said? You know, when a car splashes water, it just splashes all over the place. And Saint Fadro says he's coming for your car, Oris. Get in line.
This is why I say you should not catch me on the street.
Saint Fadro, the line is long. Line is very long.
Leave my shirt, so at least leave my car.
All right, time to wrap it up on the Grapevine. Thank you all once again for being a part of the show. James Silas, Oris, and of course, Peace Brother. It was a great time having you in on the show. My name is Ayokunmi Keep it tuned to Smooth 98.1, the Smooth Breakfast. It's a beautiful Thursday morning.